And a good Monday morning to you all as we kick things off with the first round of the 2013 KBO postseason between the Tucson Bears and the Nexen Heroes. An incredible weekend for the Tucson Bears, beating the Nexen Heroes in 14 innings on Friday, then coming back the next day to win again 2-1 thanks to Choi Jae-hoon's two-run shot. And of course, later tonight, it's the decisive Game 5 of the series. The Nexen Heroes are on the brink of an epic collapse after winning the first two games of the series. However, all four games have been very close with many errors and mistakes from both teams. But despite all that, the LG Twins are smiling as they await in the second round, hoping to face off against a team that's exhausted after playing 5 games. Meanwhile, the starting pitchers tonight, rookie sensation Yui Gon for the Tucson Bears and Brandon Knight for the Nexen Heroes. And speaking of close games, we go over to the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals. But fortunately for Lee Hyun-jin and the LA Dodgers, they're 2 games down, losing both games at St. Louis. Now, the first game, Zach Greinke pitches well as the Dodgers took an early 2-0 lead before the Cards come back to win it in 13 innings thanks to Carlos Beltran's walk-off hit. Now, Game 2, Clayton Kershaw throwing another gem. The Dodgers offense, though, nowhere to be seen as they lose 1-0 to go down 2-0 in the NLCS. And with the series coming to Los Angeles for Game 3, Lee Hyun-jin is the projected starter, and the pressure is on the rookie lefty. Lee, who struggled in his postseason debut, hopes to bounce back and give the Dodgers a chance to come back. And moving on, if you're a football fan here in the nation, chances are you are pretty excited for the big match that took place this past weekend. It's because the Taeguk Warriors faced off against Brazil at the Seoul World Cup Stadium, only things didn't look too good for Korea as they lost 2-0 to the Brazilians. Now, right before the end of the first half, the Brazilian superstar Neymar scores a brilliant goal, giving the Brazilian side a 1-0 lead after the first half. Now, 4 minutes into the second half, it was Oscar who added the second goal, giving Brazil the 2-0 win. However, for the Koreans, several harsh plays on the night showed that Brazil was too much for them. But of course, with the nation facing off against Mali tomorrow, manager Hong Young-go looks to utilize the same lineup he used against Brazil. Well, the 2013-2014 KBL season tipped off this past Saturday, and on Sunday, all 10 teams faced off once again. And taking a look at the results, Dongbu Promi beat the Orions 87-80. Samsung Thunders over Anyang KGC 80-88. Check that, to 78. And the LG Sakers beat the ET-Land Elephants 86-84. So with that said, let's take a look at the other 2 games that took place. Starting off with KCC Aegis taking on the SK Knights at Chunju. Now, going into the game here, a close game in the first quarter of the match, with KCC taking a slim 18-15 lead before going into the halftime with a 39-34 lead thanks to Tyler Wilkerson with 11 points, 10 boards just in the first half alone. In the third quarter of the game, KCC lighting it up, outscoring SK 21-9. Big game from Wilkerson, who would finish off with 18 points and 14 rebounds, with Park Young-sang adding 18 points and 7 assists in the game as KCC cruises through 79-60, your final score. And moving on, the Ulsan Mobis Phoebus taking on the Busan KT Sonic Boom in Busan. KT taking a nice 27-15 lead in the first quarter, but Mobis bounces back in the second quarter, outscoring KT 25-17 as they cut the deficit to 44-40 after the first half. But in the second half of the game, Mobis taking control from the paint, ties it up going into the fourth quarter of the game. And despite a big game from KT's Anthony Richardson scoring 26 points and 6 boards, Rod Benson and Ham Ji-hoon combined for 38 points as Mobis rallies back to win this game 78-69, your final score. And with all that said, that's going to wrap it up for me. This has been SJ. Have a great rest of the day and see you guys again for your sports needs.